Hey guys, so today I want to do something really fun for fall. I've been hearing a lot that purple is one of the main colors for fall, so I really want to incorporate that. And yeah, this is just going to be more of a youthful, wearable, fall time look. Definitely not too heavy on the eyes. And first of all, I want to start off with this. And I was watching a It's Duty Time review. She always does the best reviews, and she was reviewing this Olay Fresh Effects BB Cream. And I actually got this from Jessica in my swap, which was in June, I believe. And I haven't really used it. And she was just saying that she didn't really like it as a BB cream. She preferred it as a moisturizer. So I wanted to try it out as a moisturizer underneath my foundation. Because as you can see, what she was saying is that it goes on and it doesn't really make a difference to your skin. It just looks like you've put nothing on, which I agree with. Alright, so next I'm going to use my Almay Blemish Healing Makeup. It's in 200 Buff. It looks like this. I absolutely love this. I've only used it a couple times. I've been using the other one that I got in my Ulta haul a lot more. But I wanted to experiment with this one as well. And I really like that it has a pump, so I just pump some on the back of my hand. Like that. So one pump, and I love this pump so much. You definitely have a lot of control, and I don't feel like a lot of product comes out. And yeah, just gonna rub it in with my Real Techniques brush. This foundation is definitely not full coverage, it's more on the lightweight side, but I do like it. I don't feel like it will necessarily completely heal your acne, because I was reading the ingredients, and I think the reason they call it a blemish healing foundation is because it has salicylic acid in it. So I don't think it actually has something in it that's going to fully get rid of your spots. It's just gonna help control them a little bit. And I'm just using my e.l.f. Maximum Coverage Concealer. And I'm actually just going to take this Deluxe Crease brush and brush it under like this. I think I've seen some people use this brush for their concealer, so I wanted to try it out. I definitely feel like this concealer is a little bit on the thick side, which isn't necessarily bad, but for underneath my eyes, I actually do like a little bit of a lighter formula. But with this brush, when I'm just patting it out, it feels like it's going on a lot smoother, and it's kind of making it a little less thick, which I like. I feel like it's going on pretty naturally. I do feel like I might have to blend it out with my finger after I do this, but I just feel like that is making it go on so much quicker. And I'm also just going to pat it on right there and there, where I just a few little marks. Around my nose a little bit. I don't really have anything left on the brush, but whatever I do, I'm just patting it on my skin, trying to make it look evened out. Alright, I'm just going to take my fingers. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the product did get worked into my skin, and that was really quick and easy. Alright, next I'm going to take this palette, and it's the Not So New palette by Stila. And I'm actually just going to take this color. It's a convertible lip cheek color, and it's called Lily. And it's just kind of a reddy pink color, and it does have some shimmer in it, but it's not too intense. And I'm just going to take my Real Techniques foundation brush, and I'm just going to pat this on and just kind of drag it down and blend it out. And I did use this on my boyfriend's birthday, and I really did like it. And I also wanted to thank you guys for all the nice messages that you left him saying happy birthday and everything, so thank you so much. Next I'm just going to put on my powder. It's the Coverall powder, and I'm going to take my favorite brush, my e.l.f. Kabuki brush. And I did use this in my $20 makeup challenge. And I was really surprised by this powder. I thought it was incredible, because I have quite oily skin. One of my favorite bronzers, and it's Star Bronzer Page Soleil and Bronze Dore by Lancome. And as you can see, I've hit pan quite a bit. and I haven't been using it as much lately because I wanted to save it. And I'm just going to blend it on again with this brush and just blend it around. I'm not too worried about getting a really bronze look, but I do want to warm up my skin. I know some people forgo putting on bronzer in the fall time, but I mean, maybe if I'm not wearing a lot of makeup I won't wear bronzer, but I do tend to wear bronzer at all times when I am wearing makeup just because I feel a lot more confident. I don't like my skin to look too pale and too flat. I like to have a lot of shape in my face, and I just feel like bronzer actually makes my cheeks pop. Next I want to take this blush color just to make sure that my blush stays in place all day, and it's one of my favorite bronzers, and it smells like chocolate and vanilla, and I love it so much. It's just a really light, subtle, rosy pink. I'm going to take my Stila highlighter duo in Kitten. I actually took this on a trip with me because my boyfriend and I actually just had our anniversary. We had it right after his birthday, and we stayed at a little cabin and we just had a really nice time. My sister actually got us a room there at the cabin, and yeah, it was really sweet of her to do. We went we went to a place that had a natural hot springs, which basically, if you don't know, is just where it has a mineral pool that comes out of the earth, and it has stuff like sulfur in it, and it does smell like eggs, but it's supposed to be really good for you, really good for your health, really good for your skin and your hair. And I always really love them because I'm one of those people that really loves water, and I love hot water especially, so that was really nice of her, and it wasn't too expensive or anything, so it was just a really nice getaway. And we stayed there one night and we had a really nice meal as well, and I wore this out to dinner. And what I did is I just took this big brush, so I did apply a lot of shimmery color on my cheeks because this, you know, is quite dense, but I wanted to make it quite shimmery and pretty. And we went out to dinner there at the cabin because they have the whole setup, you know, restaurant and everything. And I always get fish, so I didn't get fish because my boyfriend told me not to, because I do tend to eat fish a lot. And I actually ate buffalo there, which, if you never had buffalo, it's a really lean meat, and I don't necessarily like meat that much, but I do like to change it up every once in a while. And it was a really delicious dinner, and I wish I had taken more pictures because I had actually forgotten my SD card, which is so lame, so I didn't get enough pictures. But I did get some pictures in our cabin before we went out to dinner, so I might put those at the end of the video. I don't know if I'll put them in there, and if you guys are interested in seeing them. They're just 3 pictures, but yeah, my hair is all wet because we were obviously in the mineral pool, so yeah, it looks a little bit crazy, but I really like this on my cheeks. And yeah, I just mixed both colors together. Well, I just took one and then the other, and I think it looks really pretty and shimmery. It doesn't look too intense, but I really do like the glowiness. I just think it looks quite pretty and youthful. And I know I do have oily skin, but I do like to play around, and I don't know, it just looks really pretty. Hopefully you guys can see that in the light. Alright, so you probably know what I'm going to do next. Take my e.l.f. eyebrow kit in Ash and just apply it with my Real Technique brush. Nothing new there, right? Guys, I'm going to start off with this base by Maybelline, and it's called Toughest Taupe. It's just a kind of a grayish brown color. And I'm just going to work that product on my finger and blend it into my eye. And I really wanted to have a neutral or cool toned base for this look. So the palette that I'm going to be working from is my Urban Decay Mariposa palette, and it just has some really great fall time shades. And the first color that I'm going to be working with is Money. It's kind of like this grayish green right there. And I'm just going to pat this all over the eyelid. Alright, the next brush I'm going to take is my Soho blending brush, and I'm going to take this darker, kind of grayish black color, and it's called Gunmetal. And I'm just going to work this into my crease. The next color that I'm going to work with is Spotlight, and I'm just taking the other side of that brush that I used earlier and just pat it on top of that gray color. And this is going to help it just become a little bit more neutral. And just blend out that darker color a little bit. Alright, the next color I'm going to take is Limelight, which is a golden shade, and I'm just going to pat this all over the eyelid, and the dark base is definitely going to make it look more multi-dimensional and make the colors look more interesting, but this color is definitely going to lighten it up. I'm going to take my Soho blending brush and that Limelight color again and blend this all over the eyelid, because I do want to make it as multi-dimensional as I can, and I just want to make it as interesting as possible. I'm going to take this L'Oreal Infallible shadow in Amber Rush, which is one of my favorite from the collection that I've tried. I just love these shadows, and this one is especially really pretty. It's kind of a coppery color, but it does have a rosy undertone. I think this will just make it look even more interesting when I do add the purple color. I just think it'll bring out all the colors and just look really, really stunning. And also just warm it up slightly. I'm also just going to take that shadow and dust it underneath my lash line where I put that darker base earlier. And just kind of smudge it out with that brush. Really sparkly gold color, and I'm not going to pat this all over the lid like I did with the other color. I'm just going to focus this in the inner corner of my eye just to add a little bit more dimension and just to lighten up that area. So just take that brush and lightly pop this into the inner corner. Kind of drag it up. And pat it around. Alright, going back to my Urban Decay palette, I'm going to take this color called Skimp, which is just a really neutral highlight color. Kind of has a yellow base to it. And just make sure to blend. Okay, next take a purple eyeshadow or liner. I'm going to take this cream eyeliner by e.l.f. and it's just called Punky Purple. And I'm just going to take it on this little Real Techniques brush. Alright, so I'm just going to take this on my waterline. Alright, so I'm going to take my Urban Decay Shadow Box palette and I'm actually going to take this dark purple here. It's called Ransom. And I'm just using the same brush and dusting it over where I put that gel eyeliner. Alright, next I'm going to use this mascara by Maybelline. So I do really like this mascara so far. I've used it twice and I think it has a really nice formula and it just glides on really easily. I also like how black it goes on. The one thing I don't really like about it that trips me up is the length of the wand. I just feel like it's a little too short for my eye shape. I think my favorite thing about this mascara is the lower lash wand. It's just so small and it fits in there really easily. Alright, lastly for lips, I know darker colors are popular right now, but I want to go for a light toned lip, but it will be purple, just not a very extreme purple, more of a lilac or lavender purple. I'm using this Revlon lip butter and I'm using it in the color Gumdrop, which again is just a lilac lavender shade. It's really pretty. Over the top of that, I'm going to use this Legloss by L'Oreal and it's in Short Shorts. And it's just a purple toned lip gloss, but again, it's not too dark. It goes on clearer than you would expect. But it does definitely make your lips look very glossy. Alright, so here's the finished look. If you feel like the lips are a little too light, you can definitely spice them up with a darker color. I just wanted to make it a little bit more wearable, and I think this purple color is definitely very fun. And I kind of want to hold on to summer, even though I know summer's going to be leaving us in a couple of days. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please click the like button. I love y'all, and thank you so much for watching. Bye!